I'm Patricia Casey, a Parkway West class of 1996. I was actually a Parkway student from kindergarten on. So I started at Piermont Elementary, went on to Henry Elementary, then West Middle School, and on to Parkway West High School. So I actually am a mom of 4 now and currently seeking to come back into the Parkway district because I don't think that I really truly appreciated the level of education I had until I moved off into another school district. I probably wasn't the most coachable child or teachable child, very difficult, but I was always encouraged to seek out opportunities, and I feel like my teachers always found my strengths and were able to pull that from me. And was very honored to find out that I received this award, very surprised, very humbled. I went on to paramedic school actually right out of high school and worked for about 20 years in the EMS field and sought out an opportunity to improve medical care for pediatric patients with special health care needs and developed the STARS program. STARS stands for Special Needs Tracking and Awareness Response System, and we saw a problem, we solved it by developing pre-plans for these children so that medical providers, both in the emergency department and in the pre-hospital setting, were more prepared to handle their needs. Looking back at high school, I wasn't very involved in sports, but I did attend as a spectator quite a bit. I had my own, I was into riding horses, so I did that outside of school. Some of my most fond memories were probably the pep rallies. They were exciting. I loved the band. Looking back at a teacher who probably was the most inspiring, I would say Bill O'Neill was a teacher I had for 2 full years. I was lucky enough to have him, I believe, my sophomore year and I think my junior year as well for English. And writing was always something that I loved. I was a little bit of a rebel then. I'm a little bit difficult, but he was very good at listening, not reacting when I was looking for that reaction maybe. But he always fostered an environment where everybody could express their opinions and really be listened, and we were heard. And I think that built my confidence and really helped me move on to where I am now, because I'm continue to be a rather outspoken person, and I definitely express my opinion when I feel I need to be heard. I don't hold back, and I think that helped me become a problem solver and gave me the confidence to be a problem solver throughout my career.
Wonderful. Is there anyone in the Parkway system that kind of inspired you towards the EMT paramedic field?
Not that I can remember. I do feel I've always been a compassionate person, and I feel, and I've always been drawn to, and I was even in high school, I think, drawn to those classmates who had challenges. And I think that in school, we were pushed to really, be the best we can be. And I think that those students were pushed to be the best they could be as well in a good environment for them. And there was a lot of inclusion. And looking back, in the 90s, I don't think that there was that much inclusion everywhere else. So I was in class with, children who had other students who had challenges, and I was always drawn to them, and I got to watch my teachers really be compassionate towards them. And I think, maybe that's something that really made me want to reach out to them as an adult as well. As far as, really the medical career, we did, I don't know that anyone specifically pushed me towards that, but I think it was just the fact that I was always pushed to, be the best I can be and really pursue my interests.
Is there anything else you want to share about being proud to be inducted this evening?
Oh, I'm very proud to be inducted. I'm very honored, very humbled at the same time. Like I said, I definitely wasn't the top of my class, but I did have a lot of teachers that helped me get through, that, And it was, I really do appreciate that education. And like I think I said before, I didn't appreciate it so much when I was younger, but looking back, college was definitely a lot easier for me than I think some of my fellow students, because I do believe I was held to a little bit higher standard in Parkway. So especially with English and even what I thought was basic math skills, other students really struggled with. And in the medical career, holy cow, I mean, everything is math, and I was never embarrassed on the stand. I've been on the stand multiple times in jury trials because of the nature of my career. And when you get your patient report up on a screen, it's pretty embarrassing to have grammatical errors and spelling errors on there. And I was never, ever put in a position where I felt inadequate. And I do think that a lot of that probably stemmed from high school and the standards I was held to. So it's one other reason I'm really deciding to move back into the Parkway school system with my girls, because I feel like they deserve that chance and that high education as well.